your enemy. Your enemy has been chosen. Balls. Booty McTootie. Bing bong. Bong bong. Well, shit. It's okay. I wanted to see how quickly I could put this together. And it takes, oh my god, it takes a while. Holy shit. It takes me 30 fucking minutes. Okay, what can we do here? What can I do real quick? What can be done real fast? Online chalkboard? Can I do that? Or like online, like notepad, fucking chalkboard type thing. I don't want to add another fucking window to OBS. Free. Webwhiteboard.com. Get hands-on right away. How's the lag? How's the lag? How's the lag? Lag. Bitch. Start with a whiteboard. Just no sign up required. Just give me just fucking. I'll let you fuck my ass. It is a virgin. It's a 4. I have a 40-year-old virgin asshole. Can you imagine? You won't have to kidnap and rape a child in this case. In this case in particular. Although I have taken a lot of shits. What is your fucking problem, man? Okay, maybe I am gonna have to do it the other way. I don't have time for this. We're already at 5 minutes and I haven't even fucking motherfucking ass started. Bitch. What's the point? Why are you so mad? You don't understand. The booby boop boom down. Of course, we need serif because we're not children. Blah 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 blah. That's gonna have to work. Are you still there? I tried lowering all the settings. So first, what I'm gonna do was my intention here is to basically tell you what it is that I have to do all the time, because the United States of America has been steadily and increasingly turning into a communist dictatorship. Now, I don't know to what degree or to what extent it is necessary for the general population, because I can see from their perspective, the people at the top of the pyramid, how to secretly transition this process. I can see why, including for the nefarious reasons, because it's not all completely bad. Look at Singapore. Look at other non-democracies. By the way, democracy might not actually be. The concept of a democracy requires an educated majority. It requires that most people be educated, like be privy to the highest level of academic conceptualization, the highest possible level. And I'm not 100% whether IQ has something to do with that, but like there's something in the woodpile. There's something in the woodpile, and I think it might be a parasite, and it might be the reason the democracy is failing. It might be the very reason that democracy dies in darkness. But regardless, if you're going to go full tyrant without spooking the herd, you're going to. I've demonstrated that you have to accommodate people like me, even if I'm one in a billion. What are the stats, guys? What are the stats? Because I do know that in India there's a lot of underclass people. In India, there's a lot of underclass, the untouchables, the underclass, who are able to improvise, and that, in my humble opinion, is the ideal when you can have You can have the fucking proles. I can't do this, dude. I'm going back to Mushroom Head. Isn't that hilarious? Going for full mushroom head. Mushroom head, like one up. Purple and green. Come on, dude. What was I even fucking saying? What was I even saying? So I want to say what they do and what I do and why, because of what they do. Okay, so let's say I'm gonna give you a rundown of my day. I wake up. The first thing I do is I listen for the signal that they're giving, because what they do is the same thing that they do in jail, by the way, which is so fucking weird and stupid, man. I hate all of it. It is gang warfare. It's gang fucking shit. Whistling at each other, like coughing. This is shit. Maybe the CIA just shops for criminals out of jail. Like, maybe that's the only fucking thing they can do, because they're so parasitic. I don't know. But what I do is I listen for the signal that they're giving each other that he is waking up or stirring. And they do, often. Okay? So I listen. They cough, whistle, whatever. I have certain things, like I have to take so I do my meds and all this stuff. So that it's not relevant. What is relevant? Oh, bathroom. So this is actually what prompted it. I was like, I'm gonna talk about this. So the bathroom. So if when I go to the bathroom, I'm always carrying my backpack, and they want my back. They want to destroy what's in my backpack. What's in my backpack? My ability to connect to the fucking internet and to the outside world. They want to steal my backpack. They want to get into my backpack. And I'm also on the spectrum for the possibility of them planting something, just like they did. They attempted to do with Willard Paxman. In Willard, when I was staying with Willard Paxman and David Hilpman, Joshua Schroeder and David Hilpman, in collaboration with one another, attempted to plant something. Except for, I don't know how they thought that something like that would work. But it's fucking... it literally makes me nauseous thinking about it. What else? Okay, so now, presently, my day. Anytime I go to the bathroom, and usually in the morning you have to take a piss. First of all, I check to see about 99% of the staff that is outside guarding the bathroom, because you're not allowed to take your backpack, which I have on my person at all times. I have my backpack on my person at all times, and there is a rule against not taking your backpack into the bathroom for reasons pertaining to, I don't know, probably people who don't know how to fucking, if you're gonna do something, if you're there's security at the front, which is a measure of prevention for contraband. So basically the rule, what they're saying with this rule is, we understand that our security is not sufficient at the front, and therefore you may still have contraband on you, and therefore taking contraband into the bathroom in order to attempt to prevent it, which you fucking can't. I gotta focus. You have to leave your backpack at the fucking being observed and surveilled by staff. Okay. Can't trust a single person. I've learned this the hard way. How did I learn this the hard way? How did I learn? Do you really want to know? How did I learn that there is not a single motherfucking staff member that you can trust that wouldn't give away someone's life for $20? Like, threaten their fucking life for $20 fucking dollars. I guarantee fucking to it. I'll give you $20 if you kick that guy out onto the streets. That's how easy it is. And I fucking made these arguments to people. I'm like, you realize that sleeping out under a bridge on the fucking streets, especially when you have the mafia and the CIA trying to kill you, is a fucking risk. People who have evaded human trafficking, no, nobody gives a shit. This is how fucking demoralized they are. Okay. So, what do I do with my backpack? I'm very selective and very careful about where I go to which bathroom I use, how long I'm in there. I peek out of the bathroom to make sure that nobody's fucking with my backpack. I have been known to do certain sneaky things with securing my backpack to a fucking a pole or something, so that you can't just grab it and run. You'd have to do some math, and I know none of these stupid fucking parasites are good at math. You should be, by the way, you should be proud of me. I've stopped myself from saying the nig word 3 times so far. Three times. So if I go to the bathroom, they will send. There's always somebody just on the way, ready to go towards my backpack, or ready to just check on me. And one of the most recent guys, actually, he literally just peered through. I was taking a shit, and this guy came into the bathroom, looked between the crack to make sure it was me in the fucking shitting stall, and then was on his phone doing tickety tick tack. I go back to my bed after taking a shit, and somebody had ruffled, because I set it up in a particular way. set it up in a particular way. I remember, and I walked up to him after the fact. I was like, "What time was it?" Okay, so and today's date is okay. So that's on camera, right? All right. Fucking with my shit on camera. On camera. Fucking with the shit on my bed. They send what do you call them? Lice. Parasites. If I go to the bathroom, there's always somebody. Because it's all vectors of attack. Now, most recently, my bed neighbor, so at the bed, my suspicion, my bed, if I'm not at my bed, there's somebody fucking with my bed. And I'm gonna, one of these days I'm just gonna print a list of all the bed numbers that I'm talking about. And if they move, I'll just keep track of the fucking bed numbers. Because they have moved. And people come and go. They'll leave for fucking, and every single one of them says they went to rehab. They'll leave for like fucking 2 weeks to a month at a time. One of the main, fucking, what's his name? The one that I think got a fucking brain implant or something. He left and came back a completely different person. And I'm not saying, maybe the drugs, maybe I was only, the possibility exists that I was only familiar with, but I've been around people on drugs. I know all the drugs. I know what all the drugs do. Okay? I've studied the human condition for 40 motherfucking years. Since I was a toddler. My first sip of beer was when I was 3 years old. I was in the back of a van, and my shitty parents and uncles and fucking all those fucking freaks of nature. Well, it's not that bad. They like, I was a toddler, and I was like, I want a drink of soda. They handed me a beer to see my expression on my face. Like how, and they all laughed. I was like, what the fuck is that? You'll remember. Certain things you'll remember because of the imprint they have on your memory. I was in the back of a van on the way to a fucking mountain at some point. There was a mountain involved. We were on our way to Colorado. I don't know. I don't fucking remember. I do remember the beer part though. I remember standing at the base of a mountain and having to do a lot of walking. Now, so I know what a person who's on meth is like when they're on meth, when they are like having rested after being up for a while, like all the various stages of mental. And I'm telling you that this guy who left for a while is not in any way demonstrating behaviors that would comport with any addictive substance. Having been revived or fucking rehabilitated or whatever. He even said, I was like, dude, you have been acting. I walked him. I'm like, dude, Chad. I'm like, dude, you left and came back, and since you've been back, you're an entirely different person. I was like, well, what's up with that? He was like, am I? He's all like, really? I was like, yeah, dude. He's like, well, I'm taking anxiety medication. No, I've taken anxiety medication. Personally. That's not buspirone is what I took. Human behavior does not follow the expected trajectory that I'm describing. I think they did something to Chad's brain. I swear to God. Like, they fucking sedated him, put him under the fucking knife, and implanted something. I don't fucking know. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Chad, but it is fucking wild as fuck. He had a seizure the other day. That was the day that I was like, call the cops, motherfucker. I was like, I went off on the staff. I was like, what the fuck is going on with him? He had a fucking seizure, and I'm not even, okay, so, but at my bed now, I think what they're trying to do is get the hard drive back that they fucked. I think, because the extent to which, when you're taking inventory of your possessions, like, which I do fucking all the time. Take inventory, I'll clean out my backpack, I'll go through my shit, and I'm like, yep, still have that, okay, that's where that is, yada yada. If you're gonna try to plant something illegal on somebody, you're not gonna fucking be able to get away with it with me. I don't know if they do still with other people, but and just the simple facts of the fucking camera system, like, if the cameras turn off and then I'm suddenly in possession of, no, it's not, no. That's, the planting of entrapment shit is not going to work with me, so stop it, you fucking louse. You blood-sucking parasite. But they got my neighbor who he grew up in the ghetto just like me. I can tell. I can smell it on him. I don't even have to ask him. I know this motherfucker is straight hood. It's just there. And I know he knows. I know that he knows he knows. But and I can't hate him for it. I can't, in particular, him. There's a couple of these other, like, white boys that are, like, really hateable, like you fucking little rat. But a lot of these fucking white boys, actually. But the gentleness, the relatability of the guy that I'm talking about, even if whatever he's doing, whatever part he's playing in this game, I still can't hate him for taking an opportunity if it involves money. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's an individual thing. It's on an individual basis. Like, because we've had a good rapport since the very fucking first time I talked to him, and we still do. Even though I'm like, why? Like, I'm looking over at him while I'm at my bed. Like, I think they might be trying to get the fucking hard drive back. Like, they're giving him instructions on what to look for while I'm away from my bed or something. You're not going to find it. And I don't have it at my bed. You're not going to find the hard drive, and it's not at my fucking bed. Alright? The funny thing is, if you want it back, if you really want it, do some Spyfair shit and fucking let's make a deal. You know what I want? You know what I want? Is for you fucking blood-sucking parasites to leave me the fuck alone so I can get back to living my life. With all the losses. I don't even want restitution at this point. I just want you pieces of you to leave me the fuck alone. I want to be able to go work at a fucking sandwich shop and not worry about some dude coming in and commenting on something I posted on Facebook, making subtle little jokes and shit. Oh, I must be Socrates, huh? Like, and that guy was high. But it might just be, that just might be I guess this is the sacrifice I made. Is I get to, what if, but here's the thing, if you're going to continue doing this, what if I do actually Because they have they're probably brainwave resonant frequency microwave weapon type stuff. There's gotta be. What was all that shit with the what was that shit with the image people passing out after their COVID shots? I don't know. Let's see if Brave can fucking brave it out. Tiffany Dover was a big one. That there was a viral video compilation includes several individuals who fainted or collapsed, often falsely attributed to the COVID-19 vaccine. One prominent case is Tiffany Dover. You said falsely. Brave, I swear to God. During a live press event, however, she clarified that she has a history of vasovagal syncope and overactive vagus nerve, probably triggered. Interesting. Well, regardless, surely there must be some fucking technology that can be either invented or like copied. I don't want to spend a whole lot, although I can make batteries. Don't want to spend a whole lot of time. I mean, because like what? So a battery is one thing. It's like a slow-acting capacitor. Or a capacitor is a fast battery. What do you do? What? And that's what a taser is. Basically, is a giant fucking capacitor. So what? I mean, what happens when I like? What happens with you fucking freaks when I like figure out some non-fatal way of making people pass out? Because I don't want to kill anybody, but I might want to. I might want to make people faint who fuck with me, cause them to pass out, or if something immediately happen to them which can't be traced back to me. I am so fucking sick of it. What? Okay, so Jesus. All right, so and then what else? There's So the fucking around with my bed. Oh, and then there's the so it takes me, I guess now it takes me 30 minutes. 30 minutes to set up my computer. Jesus. Because think about it. And so the reason, why does it take me 30 minutes to set up my computer so that I can do what I'm doing right now? I have to generate a new instance of an OS. So imagine, rather than just turning on your Windows computer, and however long it takes that to fire up, or if you had if you have a hard drive, it might take like 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes, 60 seconds to get your Linux system up if it's on a hard drive. I don't have a hard drive, And so every single time I have to load up, you gotta load it up, and configure the firewall, and so configure the background, which is not just the network, but other things. Then I'm just gonna leave it that. I'm just gonna leave it that. 30 minutes. What else? Oh, I have to fucking set up the streaming software, which I could technically, if I was smart enough, or eventually maybe perhaps I will, just learn to code enough to run scripts for this stuff so that I don't have to spend so much time doing it. But it's a new instance. So imagine installing software and then setting it up to your liking. How long it takes to like tweak your preferences. I have to do that every fucking time. And why? Because they continuously send people to capture my signal and to try to fucking interfere. And they could, surprisingly. I don't know if it's because I don't want to get into the details on the connection. But they are known to DDoS my shit and kick me off the fucking network. They've done that repeatedly on a regular basis. Okay, now here's the other thing. With the stalking, there are there's actual, so the way it works is you have, like, let's say someone who has a purpose. There's like, let's say someone who has an agenda. They have a thing, a particular thing that they're supposed to do, even if it's just to intimidate. And then they also have, so they have like a, what is it called? I'm sure there's a word for it in Spyfare. There's a real spy. I hate using their language. There's a real spy, and then a mislead. So they'll be, they have like these vectors that are purposefully like, he can't know if that person is one of us or one of them, but the reason they do what they do is for the deliberate intention of creating confusion. They're like, oh, he's a pattern recognizer, let's see him decrypt this pattern. And so there'll be like 5-to-1 someone who's like legit in the army or whatever, and then the other one, they're like, hey, I'll give you $5 to just go to the bathroom right now, or whatever. Just like, here, let me toss you a fucking pill. All you gotta do is, really simple basics. You're like, well, okay, go walk by that guy, or go say hi to him, or something just really basic that's not suspicious technically. And okay, so what else? When I'm out so when I go out, oh, and then there's like these little acts, these tiny acts, which are the ultimate goal is to drive someone crazy. It's to drive you crazy. And this is, go back to the Vice on my Facebook wall, the Vice documentary with the gay guy from Hollywood, the gay makeup artist from Hollywood, who was forced into, who was gang stalked because he was probably overheard something and they didn't know. The whole purpose of it, and this is evidenced by in the before time, William pretended to be schizo so that he could banter with me about the potential aspects of schizoid behavior, which are common among spiritually gifted people. They are gifted people. Like, just go look at the art of a schizophrenic. Go find anybody who's been diagnosed quote-unquote schizophrenic, which they don't fucking know what it is. It's a bucket. Like, oh, this one's talented. This one has spiritual sensitivity. Let's put a fucking scarlet letter on that one so that they can never bother anybody, because we are the ones who control access to the spiritual realm. And anybody else who tries is fucking crazy. Okay. He was asked, I remember him saying, like, yeah, I can hear voices sometimes when, and it was all an act. So fucking bizarre, dude. William Prettyman acted like he was crazy. Me and his mom dropped him off at the hospital. Because he was doing this whole theatrical fucking thing about being crazy, being discharged from the army, and going. It was a whole act. So fucking crazy, dude. And he would say things like, I can hear voices whenever there's a drain. Like, you can hear like when the drain, like water down the drain. It's like, do you hear that? And I was like, no. And even if the thing is, and this is what a lifetime of drugs has done for me, is that I know the difference. It has trained my mind to know the difference between what's real and what's not. Like, better than the vast majority of people, including fucking CIA spies who try to traffic in fakery, psychological fuckery. You fucking faggots. That's why it's not working. I bet you'd like to cut me open, wouldn't ya? Go fuck yourself. You CIA fucking blood-sucking, tongue-eating louse motherfucker. Yeah. I gotta fucking go. I thought I'll come back and do more if I feel like it at some point. But let's see if I can think of any. Oh, there's another one. I just saw there was they'll do is they'll run up. They'll try to correlate when I go to enter the door. like to anticipate the amount of time it takes to, as I am, like, say I'm outside and I'm heading towards the door, there's a certain amount of time it takes to finish what I'm doing, whether it's smoking a cigarette or whatever, and to have a reason to get close to me, because I am consciously keeping all these fucking people away from me. And really the only real reason to get close to me is if you're entering the building, going through the same door at the same time. It's really the only valid reason for anybody to get within 6 feet of me, actually, of you or of you. What else related to that? Yeah, man, and it's all, I don't know if I just for the record, if anything comes out of this, and it's, I mean, there's like the primary goal is to simply configure a whole comprehensive view of my personality as being regarded as justifiably crazy. And you can look up Havana syndrome. You can look up things that do exist, weapon technologies that do exist, that are deployed and have been deployed, poisoning, drugging people. Okay? I am not immune, because there are definitely moments of fatigue, moments where I'm like, oh, this is fucking too much, man. Way too much. But then there's moments like right now where I'm like, I've got the energy, I've got the sprite. Where, what can I talk about? How can I report on this shit? Yeah, I'll probably end up posting bed numbers. I wrote some of them down. But ever since, there's been a lot of changes. Get the fuck out of here, guys. Pass me a note. Instead of being a fucking parasitic louse. Leave me the fuck alone. I'll give you the fucking hard drive if you leave me the fuck alone. You can have it. There's a guy who's the first fucking thing he says to me is, like, I'm a gay Jew. He's fucking, they got me over there in the gay Jewish section or whatever the fuck. I'm like, not a lot of people with the audacity to use that type of language, unless they have some familiarity with a personality. And he ends up being one of the guys who's like, I gotta go. I didn't think it was gonna go on this long, but it's time to be done. It's time to be done. Okay, I love you. Oh, and also my intention at some point is to actually start making videos for my children with direct instructions, like what is a 12, 13, 14-year-old like these days? Like, I want, because I've been listening to NPR, and it turns out there's like some really, schools are like, the children are actually getting the brunt of the fucking how fucked up the world is right now. Like, with the masks, first of all, the masking in schools, that horse shit that people should be fucking executed for, I swear to God. You're in your most, forcing children in their most formative years to not be able to recognize the emotional expressions on their peers' faces in their most formative years is going to have a profound psychological scar. Undeniably. And the people responsible for it, you, should be held to account. Let's get back to sanity, please. Let us get back to sanity. The world does not have to be this way. I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save the children. Why all of this? Why is all of this? Why is there all of this? Huh? Why? 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 Because I love you. Believe it or don't. Who, what, where, when, why? I don't want you to. You can't survive another generation like this. And the thing I heard on NPR was like something like children asking, like 5th grade, 4th, 5th graders asking, why am I even here when I can ask ChatGPT these questions and they're able to tell me the answers in a way that you can't. That is I know you've been desensitized to think that a bucket of fries is cool. Whoa, a bucket of fries? Whoa, a touchdown? Oh my God. You should be going, oh my God, to a child asking that fucking question. Why should I be in school because my computer is smarter than me and can tell me anything I need to know? That is a what the fuck kind of moment. It's not just a calm, relaxing discussion that we're having on NPR about education in the elementary school systems and blah 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 blah. It is holy fucking shit. Wake up! Alright, I gotta go. I got some parasites stumbling towards me. One of them came over. I'm done. I gotta go. Why? Because I love you.